Hello, hello, welcome. If this message found you, it's no accident. Come hang out. I have a message for you today. I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo if the wind will let me do it. Let's see. I feel like I need a torch every time I try and light Palo Santo. Do you feel the same way? It's like a lighter is not enough because it needs to burn. It needs to burn. So if you're new here, my name is Mystic Maya, and I'm here to be a safe container for you to just be inspired. We're just spreading the inspiration. So a few things slash signs that will help you know if this message is for you is tropical energy. If you're feeling called to go to a tropical environment, this message is for you or could be for you. If you are burning Palo Santo or just burned Palo Santo, if you're doing construction on your life right now, if you feel like you're taking it brick by brick, layer by layer, this is for you. Dragons, pink post-its, pink nails, shells, ocean energy, rose water, and yellow candles. So that's just extra confirmation for those who need it. But if you don't resonate with those signs, it's okay. There could be something in the encouragement and the inspiration, so stick around. I pulled some cards down below, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So we have a message for you today that is so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to just like channel into this spread. But there's like a common thread here. If this message found you, it's because you're learning that your presence is powerful. Not necessarily your doing energy, right? There's this conditioning that we have of like, oh, we can only be loved if we do, if we perform, right? Love is transactional. So if this message is finding you, it's because you are taking the time to feel in a different reality of what love can be if it's truly unconditional. Unconditional from you from the inside out, like truly learning to love yourself, believing, operating from the vibration that you are already whole and complete. You don't need to do or overperform to receive that love from your environment or even yourself. So you're really learning to ground into this concept of my presence is powerful. Let's just breathe into that real quick, can we? So if you're driving, obviously don't close your eyes, but if you are sitting down, if you're even cooking or I don't know, just organizing your day, listening to this on the go, just take a moment and just slow down for a sec, just pause, close your eyes, hand over heart, and just say, like, my presence is powerful. My presence is powerful. And just notice your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing yourself to ground and feel into the vibration of my presence is powerful. And when you're ready, just take another deep breath in and deep breath out. And open your eyes now. And we're going to start the reading with that vibration, that knowing that your presence is so freaking powerful. So if this message found you, you're in a place in your life where you've been studying this concept of self-discovery, self-love. You've been nerding out on different spiritual practices, trying to figure out what feels good to you. And not even spiritual practices, also just different philosophies and exploring what certain words mean to you versus what was conditioned to you. For example, success, right? Success can have so many meanings, but at the end of the day, what is your version of success, right? So you've been doing a lot of reflection work. And what that is doing, it's leading you into this safe container of inner peace where nothing can shake you down because you know what it feels like to be in alignment. You know what it feels like to be not in alignment. You're in this sacred observation mode where you're curious. You don't have all the answers, and you're learning to let go of the fact that you need to have all the answers. You want them, you desire them, but you're reprogramming meeting anxious energy into I want this, I know I'm going to get it, but in the meantime, I'm maintaining a curious outlook and just focusing on myself because that's what I can control. I can't control the how, but I can control my energy. I can define my why. Why am I showing up in this world every single day? What lights my heart on fire? And even understanding what doesn't, like what brings you sacred anger too. Anger is so interesting. It's been coming up a lot, but you know, obviously anger that is projected on others is not healthy. We don't want that. But anger, when it comes up in our body, when it comes up in our reality, it's this beautiful emotion that lets us know when something is out of alignment, when we need to come back into ourselves and figure out, okay, what's not working here? Because obviously I'm triggered. Obviously things are just like feeling very, just like, what's the word that wants to come up? I mean, fiery, but also just like, oh, I don't know. Help me with that word. What is that feeling? You're just like, ah, comment it down below because I'm just blanking out on what that word is. But anger shows us where our boundaries are being overstepped, right? So it's this beautiful opportunity to be like, hold up, let's refresh, right? And yeah, so it's just a really good temperature check. And we need to know what that feels like to understand true peace, right? It's like joy and suffering, suffering and joy. It's a part of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. Life is duality, it's a paradox of duality. And where the beauty, where the magic, right? We talk about this concept of magic. Is it real? What is it, right? To me, magic is finding that sacred gray area between the light and the dark. It's your unique point of view of life, of duality. How are you coping, transforming, expressing duality in your unique way? There's always hope, right? There's always another way when we choose to zoom out from a situation and see it simply as a challenge that leads us to the blessing. And let me try and unpack that a little bit. So it's like, because life is duality, right? And we come down to earth school as a soul to learn, to grow, to evolve. And in that, yeah, we're going to be mirrored a few experiences that are going to be rather challenging. It's going to bring up all sorts of emotions. It's a part of the game of life, the lesson of life, but it's up to us to detach from the circumstance and understand the vibration. What is the challenge, the circumstance teaching us without attaching our worthiness to it, which is a challenge in itself, right? And it's easier said than done for sure, but I think in all things, right, there's a process. It's not about getting to the destination per se, it's about what you learn along the way. That is the human experience. It's understanding and learning to appreciate the journey equally to the end result. and also learning how to live already in the end result despite the challenges that are knocking on your door. To know, truly know that what you desire is already done. Your prayers are already answered. And all the challenges that are knocking on your door is just a test. And if you can zoom out and just see it as that, right? This person, this place, this thing is just testing me. What is the lesson here, right? Because sometimes we can get so zoomed in on the problem that we don't realize that there's infinite creative solutions waiting for us when we just have the bravery to zoom out. Take a moment, take a pause, get curious with other solutions, with other possibilities. Our 3D world wants us to go so fast. Like, that is how society is programmed. Go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. Quick, 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 quick. I personally believe the smartest people in the world are the ones who understand that, yeah, life is quick, but have that bravery to go slow. Go slow real quick so you can actually do things 10 times more sustainable, if that makes sense. So I'm looking down at the cards just to do a little energy check. So right now you're learning through all the freaking challenges what inner peace means to you. You don't need to be at an end goal to feel happy. You're already happy. You're already in your power. You're already living the dream. You're already there. You're already living what you want to manifest. And you're worthy of it. My mentor was talking about how manifesting is not the problem. Manifesting is easy. And I love this because it's so true. Like, we can manifest whatever we want. We are a walking magnet. We want something, we get it. For example, yesterday, I knew I had to walk home in the dark, and I really wished I had a headlamp. Within like 4 hours, I manifested a headlamp. I just knew that I'm gonna find a way to have light on the way home. And I was I was operating from that end goal, so much so that at the end, my boss ended up taking me home. I didn't even have to walk in the dark like I thought I did, but I was so determined that I am the light. I'm going to attract the light. I'm manifesting it, that the best case scenario, even more than I could fathom, showed up, right? So when we're vibrating in an ultimate trust of the unknown and ourselves, the mountain is already moved. The dream job is already ours. The content that we're creating, it's already finding its soul tribe. Like, everything is already happening. It's already here because you are worthy of it. Now, when we manifest, that's the easy part. The hard part, the challenging part, is once you get what you desire, do you believe that you can hold it, maintain it? Are you worthy of it? Because if you don't believe you're worthy of it in your programming, in your nervous system, in your cells, what's going to happen? There's holes in the basket and everything's going to slip away. So just know you're going to get what you want. But food for thought. How do you feel about really living in that reality, that the success is yours? Your big dreams are yours. You can have that. But how do you truly feel of holding that? Is there any fears? Anything that feels scary for you? If so, first of all, that's inevitable. It's a part of the journey, right? We're always going to have fear. The opposite of love is fear, and love is all. The trick about fear, though, is to know that it exists and to take it off the pedestal. Slowly start digesting what your fears are, and just kind of take a crack at your fears every day. Expand your comfort zone. Understand why your fears are even here. Just like sit with your fears for a second. And the more you do that, they slowly dissolve because it's just a mirage, right? It is an illusion because you can do anything you put your heart to. And then if you put your mind in it too with your heart, like, holy moly, that's a whole other freaking level. So, this message today is really about one, reflecting you're doing great, keep going, celebrate the fact that you have been putting in the work to tune into a higher octave within your reality. You are choosing love over fear. You're doing great. You have these desires and you are affirming them strongly to yourself, but also to your environment every day. And yeah, maybe you can't see tangible proof quite yet. Maybe some small little miracles are coming up. And I encourage you to sit down and journal what those little miracles are for you. What are the little signs that are showing you that all this hard work you're doing to choose a higher octave, to choose a higher reality, to choose love, to choose believing in yourself unconditionally, what is happening in your life right now that is proving to you, like, what is the actual proofs? It could be something small, a conversation with someone at a coffee shop that you're like, oh my God, like, that's my dream friend. Or like, whatever it is to you, maybe you found $20 on the street. That's just showing, like, oh my God, I'm so abundant. Or you're attracting more followers, on your YouTube or your Instagram, more aligned clients. Like, what are the little aha glimmers that are coming into your life showing you, like, hey, like, yeah, your big desire might not be right here, right now in the 3D yet, but here are like small little cosmic breadcrumbs showing you that the work that you're doing is working. Hopefully, I articulated that in a clear way. That feels kind of funny, but go ahead and take that for a spin. Just sit down and journal that and let me know what those cosmic breadcrumbs are for you, because oftentimes, like, we are so zoomed in, right? And this message really is a reminder to zoom out and to see things from an owl's perspective. All the hard work you're doing, like, celebrate that, because you're here, you're doing it, you're turning poison into medicine, you're starting to see your challenges as these beautiful golden opportunities to grow and expand and transmute. And that is so beautiful. That is being a master of duality, not a victim to duality, but a master. A master. I don't know why I said it like that. A master. And your inner peace, your version of inner peace, is being defined. You're embodying it. You're saying yes to inner peace. You're exploring anger, but not as something that defines you, but something that fuels your drive for success, your version of success. And last but not least, your prayers are already answered. You're already living in the end goal. And when you live in that vibration of I know, I am, I trust, I surrender to the uncertainty, your prayers have no other option but to show up in the physical world. Everything in life is vibration and energetics, but it does take time to manifest in the physical world. But as long as you're holding that octave, that high vibration, that higher timeline, knowing that you are worthy of everything you desire, and having that, like, active patience, right? It's what you are. It's funny, we started this message with doing, right? So, like, what is doing? because the being inspires the doing. We need the balance of the divine feminine energy, which is very, it's very, wow, why am I blanking? Like the divine feminine energy is soft, it's nurturing, it knows its power, it's active, but in a very like, I'm going to sit here and let it come to me energy. It's very receptive. That's the word I was looking for. It's very receptive. And the divine masculine energy is the builder, the protector, you know, strategy, the logic, the mind. But also a divine masculine is heart centered. It's not just like, let's just do logic, 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 logic. No, it's intentional with its logic. It's leading and connecting the mind and the heart coherence together. And when you're able to just balance the divine feminine and masculine within you, there's complete flow, there's complete synergy. It's knowing that while you're waiting, you are active. You are working on your vibration. You are exploring your shadows. You're becoming fucking untamed because you're unapologetic of who you are. You know that your presence is powerful. You don't need to over explain yourself because your energy is everything. You know that you're the gift and you are worthy. And it is a journey. You're going to have days where you're going to feel very unworthy. Every inner child freaking script of limiting beliefs are going to come knock on your door. I have to say that. It's not all light. There is darkness. But through that, you create a freaking rainbow. So just know, like when you're sitting in the void of your deepest limiting beliefs and narratives, like that is a portal, that is a door, that is the invitation to the higher octave. We need to sit in the freaking void. We need to sit in the shadows to really transmute. So you're gonna have some days where you're not gonna understand yourself, what you're doing. You're gonna contradict everything. That's okay. It's a part of the process. But what matters is that you choose love again. It doesn't matter that you went down the rabbit hole for a second, because in that rabbit hole, there is gold there. Trust that. Journal about it, create with it, like create with the shadows. Ask the shadows questions, like, what do you want from me? What do I need to know? Don't put it under the rug. Ask it. Why is it here? What is the message? Your shadows have a message for you. Befriend your shadows. That's how you heal. I don't want to say quicker because healing is very non-linear, but if you want to speed up the process, it's take accountability for the things that fucking scare you and nurture them with love. Nurture them with compassion. Nurture them with freaking curiosity. The more you hide them and continue wearing a mask, you're just repeating old cycles again and again and again. You're creating this karmic loop. And the key here is to know that you are the gift, to know that the shadows are a part of the dance of life. It's not something to hide from, but something to embrace as hidden treasure that can up-level you to the person that you truly want to embody. Because our struggles lead us to our joy, and we're all teachers, right? How do you teach? Through the things that you overcame. So know that you're always a teacher, but you're always a student. It's a part of the same coin, right? So just taking that beauty of self-discovery and making it your greatest project of being this vibrant soul on planet Earth. Like learning yourself is the greatest gift you can give to humanity. All right. I think that's it for today. Take what you need, leave behind what you don't. I really appreciate you sticking around until the very end if you did. I'm so curious where you're from in the world if you want to comment down below where you're at. I'm in Nicaragua. Is anyone from Nicaragua or have been here? I would love to know. I feel like I said a lot, so I'm gonna slow it down. All right, you got this. Know your power, girl. Boy, keep shining. You're a light hunter. You've got this. I cannot wait to hear what inspired you from this message. I'm gonna pass on a little light bubble to you. Go take it for a spin. And just know that I believe in you truly. See you in the next message.